Hello friends, and welcome back to another gardening video. Today's video is about these beautiful moss rose flowers, and I'm going to show you the correct method to grow these from seeds that you buy online so that you can get the maximum number of colors. These moss rose plants come in two varieties. One is the local or desi variety, which I had shown earlier, and this is the second one, which is the hybrid variety, and you get a lot of shades in this variety. I'm going to purchase some seeds online and show you the exact method of propagating them so that you get 100% germination rate, because I saw some comments telling that the seeds don't germinate well. I bought the hybrid one because this one is the local one or the desi one, which blooms a little bit late and it needs more sun. But as you can see, this one, the hybrid one, will bloom even in low sunlight, and my apartment balcony has a little bit less sunlight, so I chose this variety. And these are some of the shades that I got, and I bought the seeds from Ugaoo as usual. I had already done one video before, and this is the second one. I had a really good experience with my first purchase from Ugaoo, so I bought some seeds again this time for this video so that I can show you step-by-step method how you can correctly grow these seeds so that you get maximum number of saplings, so that the number of colors that you get of these beautiful moss rose flowers are maximized. These seeds are not very costly, including the delivery charges. I got them for 164 rupees only, and it came nicely packed up. And you can see when I opened the packet, there was another white envelope inside with the seeds. And like last time, you can see the amount of seeds is not like too much, but this much seed is also enough to get adequate number of saplings and to get adequate number of various shades of flowers. For the soil, I have taken sand, coco peat and garden soil. You can take them in equal amount, but I have taken a little bit less of coco peat because my apartment balcony is not extremely sunny. Then I have taken this old container and I have made a lot of holes down below, and I'm going to cover up those holes with a little bit more of coconut husk that I've cut into smaller pieces, and I'm going to add the soil mixture on top, and then I'm going to sprinkle these moss rose seeds on top. So I made two such containers because this many seeds needed at least two containers, and I sprinkled them as I'm doing so. And after I sprinkled the seeds, the next step that you need to do is to add a little bit of soil on top, a very thin layer, because the seeds are very much light and it might just fly off when you are watering, or it might get here and there. So if you add a little bit of soil on top and press it down a little bit, then the seeds remain where you want them to be, and then you can spray down the soil with water till it is drenched completely, and keep this container in a semi-shaded part of your garden or balcony for a few days. And within 3 days the seeds started germinating, because it was the hot summer month when I had done this. You can see the number of seeds that have germinated is almost 100%. And after the germination happens, I shifted these containers to the part of the balcony where it would get maximum sunlight throughout the day. So I kept these containers under the sun, and the saplings started growing really quickly. You can see all of them are growing well. And one thing that you have to keep in mind is that do not ever overwater these saplings. That is the worst thing that you can do. If you overwater, definitely your saplings will rot off. So I spray water from a little bit far so that the direct spray does not make the saplings touch the soil, because if that happens, then the saplings might die out. And I wanted to show you how you can get maximum number of saplings from your online or store-bought seeds. And as you can see, slowly the tiny first leaflet set has come out, and the saplings are growing really nice. And I water only when the soil is dry. Like you can see over here, I am touching the soil to make sure that it is dry, then only I spray it up with water. This is one method of watering the saplings, but when the saplings are really tiny, this method can lead to some of the saplings touching the soil. Then what you have to do is pick them up individually, put a little bit of soil so that they stand up. If you don't do this thing, they may or may not survive, because if they stick to the soil then they may just rot off. And now the leaves are becoming a little bit bigger, so keep on watering it. When the soil becomes dry, remove any weeds if you find any weeds. And this is another method of watering which is a safer method. Take a container, fill it with water and put your sapling tray on top, and the water will get absorbed from the holes down below. Keep it like this for a few minutes, and you can see that the soil on top is slowly starting to get darker in color. And when I dig the soil, you will see that it is sticky. That means the water has come up. And this is also one easy method. And another thing that you can do is take the water of the dal or rice, whatever lentils you wash. That water is really good for the moss rose plants, but do this only when the saplings become a little bit bigger, or at least until and unless 2 to 3 leaves are formed. After that only use this water, because I have not added any compost or anything in the soil. So this is going to give nutrition to the saplings, and I use this water once the saplings give out 2 to 3 leaflets. And giving this water definitely helps the saplings to grow a little bit more quicker, because it gets the nutrients without getting the chance that it will decay off or anything. So when the soil is dry, sometimes instead of water I use this lentil water, and you can see the growth increases a lot when I use this water. It can be rice water, it can be any pulses that you have soaked or washed, and you can give that water to these saplings. And you can see how much lush it is looking now. It's growing really fast now, and this is the growth rate. You can see after some time they have grown so well, and almost there was zero loss of plant. Each and every sapling that had come out had grown into a moss rose plant. Usually when the saplings are finger long, I shift them into separate containers so that they can grow nicely, but for the sake of this video I shifted only a few of them into smaller containers, and I left the other saplings in the original seedling container, because I wanted to see how many different shades of moss roses I could get. So few of them I shifted because I wanted some moss rose separately. I wanted them to grow really well, because they are not going to grow nicely in this congested container. So at this time, when the moss rose is around 1 finger long, you can easily shift them into separate pots and let them grow. Then they can give you beautiful big healthy flowers, and you can give compost in this soil when you are shifting them to another container. This is the right time to make a soil with vermicompost or garden compost, and plant them and spray them with water. Keep them in a shaded area for a day or two, and then you can put them out in the sun. And these were the first few flowers that bloomed, and you can see the flowers are a little bit unhealthy because so many plants are growing in this little space, but I allowed them to grow like so, and I labeled each and every plant if it was a white flower or pink flower or red flower, to see how many shades of flowers I am going to get. So this is the step-by-step tutorial on how you can get maximum number of flowers from your online bought seeds. And I hope you found this video useful, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for watching.